girl Stubbs, and today I'm coming to talk to you about a serious topic. I am here sitting with the mom of Maurice Jackson Jr., who was recently, maybe less than a year ago, about 8 months now, killed right here at Dunbar High School after having a fight. When I got the call to do this story, I said I have to share her story and help to raise awareness and get her the assistance that she needs, because I'm a mom. I'm a mom of two boys, and this was her only son that she lost in a senseless act of violence. And as we know, here in the Washington, D.C. area, our youth are off the hook. The things that they are doing and the ways that the community is not speaking up enough to get them under control, that's the problem. And that's where it begins. So I'm going to let her tell you guys a little bit about her story. And I hope that you take it in and that you become compassionate enough to want to assist her in any way that you can to help her find justice for her son. So first of all, let's introduce you to Brittany Malloy. Thank you for joining us here on the Stubbs Show today.
Thank you for having me.
This is a picture of her son here in memory, and she has started an organization about it, and we'll tell you more about that before we get off. But tell us a little bit about what happened.
On September the 26th, around 3:45 maybe, I received a phone call from a lady in the neighborhood telling me to check on my kid. I came up here as fast as I could, and when I got here, I seen yellow tape everywhere.
So when you got here to Dunbar and it was yellow tape, when did you find out actually what happened?
I didn't find out what happened until later on that day. Later on that day.
So when you arrived here at the school, did the police come and address you? Did the school come and address you? Did anybody come to you and say, hey, Miss Malloy, this is what happened?
No.
Nobody?
No, nobody.
So when you saw your son there, did you get to see him there, or they rushed him to the hospital?
They rushed him to the hospital. I didn't get to see him until maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks after he passed away.
You lying.
No.
What was the reason for that?
I have absolutely no clue. They were supposed to let me view his body,
Right. To identify that that's your child.
Right. Yeah.
They didn't even let you identify your child.
No.
Wow. The more I hear about this story, the more it upsets me a little bit, because I'm like, what is going on that they're denying you so much? Okay, so let me backtrack, and so that people can have a better understanding. So when you did find out what happened, who told you and what did they say?
When I did find out, I was finding out from the news, basically. Then I talked to a detective when I was in the hospital. When they finally broke the news and said, they came in and they said he didn't make it. And the detective just took my information down and asked me, like, did I know what happened? And I,
And you like, how the hell do I know what happened? This your job. Wow.
And I find myself doing a lot of their job. I found myself doing this process, doing a lot of their job.
So through the process, you learned that he was in a fight.
Yes.
And after the fight, he walked somewhere, and that's where he was killed through gun violence.
Yes.
After the fight had went on.
Yes.
So the next day, the school didn't call you, or within that week, the school didn't call you, and the counselors didn't call you?
No. The school didn't say anything. Not to this day. I tried to schedule meetings with the principal on several occasions. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing.
And what's the principal name here? Dunbar High School. If you guys know, we'll figure that out. But the principal didn't reach out to you. The counselor didn't reach out to you. None of the friends. So when you were doing your research and trying to figure out what was going on, you were doing this by yourself with no detective helping you.
Yeah.
So what did they say about the cameras?
He said that he would pull the footage. He for the first couple months, that's all he kept saying is, I'm waiting for the footage. I'm waiting for the footage. I'm waiting for the footage. And I mean, he never showed me any of the footage. He only showed me the one footage, which was the blurry footage that everybody's seen on the news. He showed me that same exact footage, nothing else.
And what was that? Because I didn't see it. Was it the kids running, or?
It was him getting shot. So it was 3 kids waiting. He was walking down the street with 4 other kids.
After the fight?
After the fight. They were walking down the street with 4 other kids, him and 4 other kids, and 3 kids were waiting for them at the corner. The video, no, we can't hear anything in the video. We can just see. So what it shows is 3 guys, them approaching. They stopped for a second. That wasn't on the news, but they stopped for a second, and then they proceeded to walk back down the street where they was met by these 3 guys. And then something went on, and a fight broke out. Well, at least it doesn't look like a fight to me. It looked a little staged, but a fight broke out, and
shots were fired.
Shots were fired, and he shot at my kid. And he wasn't the one that was fighting. That was getting into the altercation at that corner.
This is the first time 16-year-old Maurice Jackson's mother, Brittany, returned to Dunbar High School. Last September, she received word that her son was shot and killed a few blocks down from his school.
Didn't expect my son to be gunned down in the middle of the street. And for it to be on the news, for the world to see.
Police say Jackson was shot and killed after leaving Dunbar. Surveillance video shows the teenager walking on the sidewalk before he's confronted by another group. A fight ensues before a gun is pulled and Jackson is seen limping away. The teenager's family says they're still fighting for justice and closure after months of no updates in his case.
Man, I mean, to be left with no answers, nothing, is crazy, because like you just said in the video, it shows something happening, then shots were fired, but the next thing they come to you and say what? Self-defense. So if it was self-defense, where are the other people?
Right. And at first it wasn't self-defense.
What was it at first?
So this just came about, like they just out the blue, now it's self-defense. At first it was, whatever happened, whatever took place, we can clearly see that he wasn't the aggressor. He wasn't doing anything. You know, we can clearly see that someone pulled out a gun and shot him. And he was like, I'm going to find. At first he was like, I'm going to find who did this. And now
it just went dry. So when they were saying that it wasn't self-defense, at what month did it change to self-defense?
Oh, this is recent. So, the day that we did the Justice March here, I believe that was May 15th
of 2024.
Yes.
Okay, your son died in September 23.
Yes.
Okay.
And we did the Justice March. That's the day that they told me that it was self-defense.
And to this day, which is June 2024, they don't have any suspects either.
No, so they know.
I said Dunbar is right here. I'm pretty sure there's several cameras.
No, he told me that he knows who was there. The detective told me he knows who was there. A lot of his, what he's been saying is they're juveniles. So
that's his excuse for why he can't tell you probably who it is. But where is the justice for your son, who's also a juvenile?
And there's a few that weren't juveniles. So what about the ones that weren't juveniles? Why didn't you go talk to them?
And even if it's self-defense, there's still, it's probably, I'm pretty sure that because they were juveniles, they don't have the right to conceal, to carry a weapon, to be in public shooting one. So where is the fight for that? So to this day, you have no answers.
No.
And every time you call, what are they telling you?
Now it's self-defense. So at first it was, I'm waiting on I'm waiting for them to sign off on this paper, or I'm waiting for this warrant, or I'm waiting for this. I got to do this because they're juveniles, so we got to move a certain type of way because they're juveniles. The first thing he said was, "Oh, I knew this was going to be a
issue,
a big case because it's a lot of kids involved." So,
and they haven't given you not one report. Nobody's been to court. No, nothing. You haven't gotten anything. You know, that's why it was important for me to talk about this, because I just feel like it's so much more to this. And how could they dare leave a mom out like this? You know, to walk up and have this happen to your child right here in one of our biggest schools in the DC area, right here down the street from the fire department. I think you said it's police all the time on the corners here, and they have no answers. It's a large intersection on here, which is New York, and then back here is Florida Avenue, and nobody knows anything. And I know out there somebody has an answer, or someone can help this mom to get the answers that she needs, because we can't just leave moms like this. This was her only son. How old was he? 16 years old. She's left with no answers, no results, no nothing. And she has started an organization, and we're going to tell you how you can get a part of that. But I want to get back into calling people out, because I want to know how many ANC council members, how many commissioners, how many mayors, anybody reached out to you to give you help in your community leaders, anything?
Not many. There were, in the beginning, you know, I was a little
distraught. You had everything going on.
So I talked to a few people, and can't really remember who I did talk to, but the ones that, I still talk to one guy from the mayor's office.
Mr. Oliver, you mentioned, and that was it.
And that's it.
And I think we got it. That's a shame. I know we got to get better, because you need answers. And I know that the community has this no snitching and no telling, but let me tell you, we got too many cameras to have to worry about somebody telling us something.
Yes.
you
and
know,
they have clear footage. Like, I'm pretty sure that you can pixel or whatever it is that you do. We have AI now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure you can clear that footage up. Yep. There was a shooting that happened here a couple weeks ago, and the footage was clear as day.
And this incident, I remember us talking about that, because it happened a year ago, and they still have that footage. And it shows the kids running from some alley, and it's a group of them, and then they actually have the shooters showing them shooting, and they just found justice for them. I'm not understanding where the hell those cameras were and are for you.
But they have them. That's my thing. They're just not. They just did. It's on the news. The whole world saying it. You know, and if they just pixelate it, you know, maybe pay or do their job. Mm-hmm. You know, do their job and make the video clear. That's all we need. If the video was clear, then you'll be able to see everybody in that video.
It just seemed to me they just left you out. And if they can find out from a year ago, they just locked them guys up from a year ago, they could find out what your sons. What is it that the community and the people at watching can do to assist you as a mom? Like, let's speak to these people.
Help me, please. Like when I have marches, you know, we're going to do another march, you know, at the district attorney's office. So like if everyone could come out and, you know, just bring a bottle of water, I provide everything else, and let's march, you know, like all the moms. I want to even put in the moms who, because it's a lot of moms. I've met a lot of moms since this, who don't have justice for their kids, you know, and so I want to just bring like all the moms out. Yeah. And we all have all our kids.
Fighting together.
Fight together. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I want us to, you know, come together. You know, I need help.
And what's your organization name?
Maurice Jackson Jr. organization.
And how can they connect with you to find out more about the upcoming events and just help? But not only that, you know, you didn't mention this, but do you got all the funds that you need to get the attorneys that you need and the lawyers that you need?
No.
So you need monetary contributions also. We can show up, we can march, we can do all these great things, we can be a voice, but we can do more if we can pour into different people who need it at certain times to help them to get what they need. Even if you pour into the foundation, she's able to not only just help her own self with attorney fees, but help another mom that she's met that's going through something that need the support and need the financial backing. It's unfortunate that so many times we don't get what we need because we don't have the money. How can people connect with you?
My email is mbritney2016@gmail.com, and I also have an Instagram. It's Maurice Jackson Jr. Organization.
Maurice Jackson Jr. Organization. And this is her son right here, 16 years old, her only child. Her only child. She needs the help. Together we can bring change in our community. But if we don't speak up, we can't change nothing. We're going to keep going. And don't say it's not your child. It could happen if we don't stop. And that's why I'm always getting involved in the community, because you don't want it to come to your doorstep for you to have to speak up. Do something now. That's Brittany Malloy. I go by the name of Stubbs. This is the Stubbs Show. You can check me out on Instagram at @the_Stubbs_show, and also on Facebook, the Stubbs Show. Is there anything else you want to leave us with before we go?
Thank you, and God bless you all.